Okay, so I made a reservation to the Pokemon Cafe in Nihonbashi. You have to make a reservation whenever you go. If you're a Pokemon fan, this is definitely for you. However, the Pokemon Cafe is in Nihonbashi, which is in central Tokyo. I am living on the border between Tokyo and Saitama. So that is going to be quite, I don't know, quite a commute. But hey, it's worth it if I get to have dinner with Pikachu, right? Let's see. So, I have already typed in my address and the Pokemon Center. So, there are four different ways to travel there. I could either take my bike, but I think that would be, well, let's see here. I could take my bike, I could walk there, I could take the train, or I could drive there, but I live in Tokyo, so I do not need a car. However, the car would definitely be the fastest, but maybe not the most convenient way, especially if you live in Tokyo. Let me explain. Not many people drive cars in Tokyo because it's not necessary. We take the train. And even though the trains are crowded, a car still would not be convenient because driving in Japan is very expensive. Because gas is expensive, maintenance fees are expensive, cars are expensive, and every 2 years you have to pay many different fees just to have a car. So let's see the train. So it's a bit of a longer commute, but certainly not the longest. The longest commute would be, if I were to walk, it would take me about 3 hours and 19 minutes. And it is Tokyo. We do a lot of walking, but I don't know if I'd want to walk for 3 hours. Riding my bike would be nice, but maybe an hour and 1 minute would be hard on my knees. So, in this case, the most convenient route and the easiest, but certainly not the shortest, would be to take the train. So, I've inserted my address, and there's the address for the Pokemon Center. That is where the Pokemon Cafe is located in Nihonbashi. Well, let's see here. I'm curious. How would that commute look like? Okay. How about if I were to take my bike? There are 3 different routes. Not bad. Okay, and how about driving? Of course, I'd have to cross the Arakawa River, and that's not going to be very nice. So let's take the train. I have a few different options here. So let's see. So there are 2 routes that I can take. So I can walk to Takenotsuka Station. That walk is going to take me 10 minutes. That's not bad. It's actually a pretty nice walk. I could stop by the konbini and get some water. And then I'd have to take the Tobu Skytree line. How many stops would that be? And then I'd have to walk again. Let's see. So, of course, I told you it takes me about 8 minutes to walk, maybe 10 if I go to the konbini and buy something to drink. And then, of course, I'd have to take the train bound for Nakameguro. That's the one I always take anyway. And let's see. So I would stay in Nakameguro. Okay, Kitasenju Station. All right, and in Kitasenju, I can just go straight. Okay, perfect. So where are we stopping? At Kayabacho Station. Not bad. Okay. So how long would the walk be once I arrive at Kayabacho Station? 11 minutes, not too bad. I could probably get something to drink at Kayabacho Station anyway. So that commute would be... oh, and it would cost me 390 yen. That's pretty good. So that's pretty cheap too. Probably well, maybe not the cheapest option because I could always walk or take my bike and that's for free, right? But pretty cheap. Certainly cheaper than having to drive a car. Okay, maybe if I don't want to take this route would be shorter. 47 minutes, so I could take the Tobu Skytree line and the Ginza line. Would that mean I'd have to stop at Ginza? I don't know. Let's see. What are the details? Oh, well, if I take the Tobu Skytree line, it would be cheaper. 370 yen versus 390 yen. Let's see. So again, I would walk to Takenotsuka Station. Way to go, Jessica. You doxed yourself. And of course, for the train bound to Nakameguro, I'd take the express to Nishiarai. Good. And I would stop at Ueno Station, walk for about 3 minutes, and take the Ginza line at Ueno Station. And 5 stops to Nihonbashi. Wonderful. Oh, and maybe on the way back I can go to Kanda and explore around Akihabara. And it would just be a 5-minute walk to the Pokemon Center, which is in Nihonbashi Station, essentially. I don't know, which route should I take? Should I go for the cheaper option? It's cheaper, but it is longer. Or should I go for the shorter option? Shorter, but more expensive. What do you think?